To improve and grow, what do you need? A greater perspective. Hi, I'm Philip Montrose with my wife and partner Jane Montrose at Awakenings Institute. We help people step up, tap into the heart and soul with holistic coaching and healing. And I want to help connect the dots today on how to improve your life. You're having a greater perspective, a bigger picture thinking operating through your life, which means you're going to have better thoughts, higher grade feelings, better actions. How do you do that? And what is the evidence from science? Different branches of science are showing that if you do certain things, if you have your life in a certain way, then you have a greater perspective. And I want to go through three branches of science and some of the findings that correlate to how to have a greater perspective on your life for more spiritual growth and awakening. So first, let's look at neuroscience and your thoughts and behavior. Well, neuroscience is science of the brain, studying the structure and function of the brain and nervous system. And obviously, that's going to affect your rest of your body, your whole body, and how you interact with the environment and what's going on inside of you and outside of you. And this is all keenly affected by your lifestyle choices, what you eat, exercise, sleep, sunlight. That's going to shape the function of your brain and different connections within the brain, different regions. When you make healthy lifestyle choices, you interact positively with other people, and you manage stress. That's going to help your brain and your body and your whole nervous system. And furthermore, as described in scientist Lisa Miller's work, The Awakened Brain, the brain actually has an inherent spiritual capacity. And that's been shown in fMRI brain scans, where when you focus on the big picture, in other words, how things are connected, everything is connected, how there's a sense of higher guidance to you, a sense of wholeness. Though that way of being in the world with your brain, it opens you up and has some positive feelings also that are generated too. And that's what scientific research shows. Different regions of the brain are activated when you focus on these more spiritual, big picture uh, ways or areas in your life. And that will give you a lot more trust and guidance going forward. The next science branch that helps us with our thoughts and behaviors, producing a greater perspective, higher quality of life, is epigenetics. And epigenetics there's genetics, which is the nature, your genes, what you're born with, and the epigenetics is how you express your genes, what you do with what you have in effect. And that's actually more important than what you're born with. So your natural capacities, your natural way of being by your genes, you have choices in how you act and what you do with that. And epigenetics shows again with your behavior what you choose to do with your behavior. If you're social with other people, positive social, what you again eat, how you deal with trauma, all of that is going to be a factor on how you live your life, the quality of your life. And when you use what you have in a positive way, you make healthy choices, you're going to become more resilient. You're going to handle adversity. And that's going to up the quality of your life and your confidence in handling that. The third science branch I want to discuss briefly here, supporting your thoughts and behaviors, is heart rate variability, which has been particularly studied, as you may know, by the Heart Math Institute. And heart rate variability is the variation in the time between your heartbeats. And you don't want it to be a flat line. You want to have a nice, smooth heart rate variability up and down of your heart. And that shows that you're responding to life's ups and downs with ease and relative adaptability. And that means your resilience is going to be growing. So HeartMath has shown in its research the profound influence the heart has in your life, in your intelligence, in your choices, in your well-being. And just like the other sciences we've been discussing, and how you manage stress is a big part of that. And if you have a more proactive way of being in the world, if you do relax, if you do open your heart, if you do follow your heart, you become more balanced. And those heart rate waves are like a beautiful wave on the ocean, that you're like the surfer riding the wave. Your consciousness is riding the waves, and it's called being more coherent. And you're able to have your heart communicating with your brain and your entire body. In fact, they've proven that the heart is sending more signals to the brain than the other way around, and has a much bigger electromagnetic field around it. So your heart can be guiding you on a journey to wholeness. Now, what's more, especially in this heart rate variability field, is it can open you up to higher awareness, bigger picture dimensions, vaster realms of being. The heart is something of a gateway to these higher realms where you can connect with your soul, higher dimensional awareness, guides, angels. All those things can open you up to different states of consciousness, and you may get messages. You may have images, sounds, colors. All of that can be translated into your awareness. Your intuition grows. And this results in your thinking and feeling and actions changing in wonderful, positive ways that align with your heart, following your heart. And as your heart opens, your brain awakens. So let's put this all together. You can change your perspective, shift it, broaden it, grow spiritually. And science has given us different findings that support this. And it has to do with your choices. It could be lifestyle choices, eating, sleeping, sunlight, exercise. All of that is putting yourself in balance to live a more productive life, a more expansive life. And the possibilities then are greater for us, and that's exciting. And knowing also that there's a certain limit to science, we can't just wait till science validates everything to do something, or we're going to be sort of in a stuck place, a dogmatic place, where unless something's verified, we can't try something, because much of the inner knowing and the heart research is showing you, it expands you to these different awarenesses where the world transcends what science can currently measure or know, or maybe ever measure or know, in the vastest ways, in the ultimate ways of being, and what is possible for us, because so much more is possible for us. But it's nice to know that science is having these findings in different branches, the research, the evidence, because that gives us confidence that we're on the right track as we expand our perspective in our everyday life, and elevate the quality of our thoughts, our feelings, our actions. We become more resilient, and this radiates out. So as we upgrade our life with higher quality thoughts, feelings, actions, it radiates, and we can then shine that light out into the world.